that Eunji and I will be in the Pacific Northwest at the Helium Comedy Club in Portland, May 23rd. And then on Friday, we will be going up to Seattle at the Hereafter, May 24th. So please get tickets. All the links are on our socials, on our regular socials and our pod socials. So see you there. Bye.
Wait, hi, welcome.
Oh, are we starting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're recording.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
just doing it?
Yeah.
No. Bah!
No, you don't need to. Everything's in one. We're in the same studio. Can you believe? Can you believe? Oh, that sounded good.
Did it?
We've never harmonized before, huh? Why have we never sung? Wait, have we ever been to karaoke even?
Yes, we went for in
Jack's birthday? No, whose birthday?
No, it was we were taken out by the Philadelphia Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, duh, of course. Thank you, Philly Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you.
I miss our tour. Speaking of tour, we're coming to the Pacific Northwest.
What an organic transition.
I mean, we have been at this for
7 years.
But we are coming to the Pacific Northwest. First stop is Helium Comedy Club
In Seattle. No, in Portland.
That's right.
May 23rd.
May 23rd, Thursday.
Thursday.
And then the very next day, we will be
Driving up to Seattle.
at the Hereafter, May
The
24th.
4th.
So come to that, please. And thank you
Yes.
for joining us.
Tickets are moving.
Slowly. They're slow. We need your
They're
help.
moving. They're
need your help.
moving. Yeah.
Anyway, so back to comedy.
Oh, yes.
You're in town for what? Tell them.
I'm in town. I did a show last night at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood along the Sunset Strip at the world famous Laugh Factory for Netflix is a Joke.
It's a pretty big deal. It's the biggest. I mean, now that JFL's done, there's
Sure.
no like comedy festival like it anymore. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, like Moon Tower and I mean, there's other festivals that are big.
Yeah, but this is like on a scale beyond. So,
Yes,
like,
it really
yeah.
is.
And I went to Eunji's show last night. She crushed, and it was such a fun. It's such a fun experience to like root for your friends, and we had a
Yes.
lot of friends up there who also crushed, and
Oh, absolutely.
it was just really like cool to be proud of your cohort.
I mean, because it was a lot of older Chicago comedians.
Old. Yeah. Old yellers. About to be put out old.
I mean, truly, like
Old. I would say classics.
Yeah, I mean,
Chicago classics.
I would say almost everybody on that lineup was 10 years plus.
10 years plus into
Yeah.
the game. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fully.
Yes.
Yes.
A few were a little younger, but
Yeah.
like,
You got to have variety.
yeah, but it was mostly 10 years plus.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's who
it's-
you want to bring to LA is
Yes.
like your top
Oldest.
oldest. Yeah, like people who have been in the game and who have developed their voice.
Yeah,
And I was really proud to know so many people in the lineup. And overall, it was such a fun show to watch as an audience member. It was everyone stayed pretty tight for the most part. And there were some people I could, you can tell when a comic sees the light.
Yes.
Or sees the whatever.
Yeah.
Did you get a light or a timer or what?
I got a light, yeah.
Light. So like you can tell like every time someone sees a light, I go, okay, let's see how long they close.
Yeah.
And like there are some people who took a while to close.
They saw it as a suggestion.
Yeah.
They see it as maybe we should wrap things up. But
It's like an Oscar speech, and they're like playing over
Yes.
them. They're like, and then another
But
thing
it's
I
like
want
sometimes,
to.
especially with because the show that I did was specifically for Chicago comedians that we were coming out from Chicago. So
Yeah.
sometimes you see people panic in terms of like either they're worried because they're not ending on a laugh.
Yeah, or like as big of a thing on
They
their
want,
closer.
yes,
Yeah.
and that they want, so they keep stretching. Or
Yeah.
it's people that are like can't like wrap it up because they're getting
Yeah.
too many laughs, so they just keep extending and extending.
Getting greedy.
Getting
A little
greedy.
picky.
Yes.
Yes.
Oink,
yes.
oink.
There was some of that as well.
There was some of that.
But overall, it was really a tightly run show, and everything really worked like clockwork, and I had a really great time.
I'm glad.
I'm usually a hater.
Yeah.
I'm usually a hater, but like that's what Chicago comedy brings. It's like that polish and that extra like luster that you don't see everywhere. And that's a Chicago thing writ large, I think, not just comedy,
Sure.
but like actors,
Yes.
improvisers.
Yes.
You hear that a lot in LA. They go, "Oh, Chicago train, that's something good." Like,
Oh, really?
They look for it. They look for it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, look for me. I'm looking to be found.
Yeah. She is available.
I'm incredibly available.
So did you feel a little bit of like anxiety coming into this experience? Like you haven't done a festival yet,
No.
right? Of this.
Yeah, but not,
of
not
this
for stand
level.
up. Not for stand up. Because
Right.
one, I've never submitted.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because like, the thing about festivals in particular, it's like you go to have fun and make connections and like
Yeah.
you see my bookers. And
Yeah.
that wasn't really. It's hard to justify the ROI on that when it's so nebulous.
Yeah. I mean, it's a young person thing.
Yes.
When you're like, I have nothing else but friendships to make.
And it's like camp for.
It's camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's camp. So I
That's
graduated.
what that is. Yeah.
I'm a counselor.
You're too old for that.
I'm too old for that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
creepy.
You know, you wouldn't be, and I don't wish this upon you, but if I think it's because your life is stable.
Yes.
Like if your life, let's say, like God forbid, you went through like a shitty divorce.
Oh yes.
Then you being there would make sense. Like at these camps.
Oh yeah, but it would be
being
dark.
Thirsty. You know,
It
I
would be
know.
dark.
It would be the darkest timeline. It would be the
For
least.
me to be just
scenario.
like hanging around the bar at Moon Tower, like being like, "Oh, are you running the room in Dubuque?" I got 45. I
Hey.
got.
I think there's a part of me that always thinks it can get there.
I will gladly do it. No, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not even making fun of it.
You're welcoming it. Manifesting.
But yeah, I was a little nervous in that. It's like the thing is, I don't expect anything. You know, this is my after.
You have to not expect it.
Yeah, I don't expect anything, so it was very low stakes for me.
That's great.
But it's also the fact that it's like a different kind of show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I had to fly out here. There's just all this work
Mm-hmm.
I had to like forestall or like put away and put a hold on my life in order to come. So
Yeah.
it, like you have this pressure.
It's exciting in that way.
Yes.
Because it's
Yeah.
not the same old humdrum comedy show. It's
Yes.
something cool and special, and it's
Yeah.
part you. At the very least, you're putting it on your resume.
Yes.
You can say that you did it. People who might have never seen you because they're in LA
Sure.
saw you, and
Yes.
like you could have made like instant fans. I'm sure you have.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've gotten a couple of people reaching out to book me in LA and then
Cool.
also in New York because like no one knows why I'm or where I'm from.
Yeah.
Even though I to me it's very clear I'm from Chicago.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, how would they find you? Because like on the internet.
They find me on the internet
Mm-hmm.
or they have been they saw me at shows.
Yeah.
So they were like, you know, they're just like not clear what's happening. They're like, "Are you here? Why haven't I ever seen you?
Well, that's the
you in
thing.
New York, like all
Yeah.
this stuff." So they're just a little confused. I'm like, "No, I'm Chicago."
Chicago.
Yeah, and you can tell from my voice and my face and my attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. Not pleasant.
Not pleasant.
Rough.
Around the edges,
Yeah.
in person,
Grit.
grips. So like, so in that regard, it was like it's a little anxiety inducing. I will say, you know, Peter, this is something. You know, the fact that I didn't fuck it up.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm very proud of you because
Yeah.
I told Benda in the car, and I'm being very honest,
Yeah.
and I could only be this honest with you
Yes.
and like maybe 16 of my friends, but I
As long as I'm in that company.
my top 17. No, I really am not,
Yeah,
but I did tell our friend Benda who came out to the show, that I was worried
Yeah.
because your track record
Yes. Yes.
in these type of situations.
Yes.
Let's call them high stakes,
Yes.
whether you want to believe that
Yes.
or not.
Yeah.
You tend to self-sabotage.
Absolutely.
Some kind of gaseous situation. You eat
Yes.
some kind of vitamin that you've never taken before. Some kind of fucking eel oil, you're taking.
I'll like do a completely new set. I'll do something.
100%. I thought that's what I thought you were
Yes.
gonna come in like brand new stuff, and I
Yes.
was like, oh no. And I said, Benda, there is a small/medium chance
Yes.
that she's going to self-sabotage.
Yes.
And she was like, no, I've never seen her do live. Like, I'm going to be so excited to see her. And I will say you were in your pocket.
Yeah.
And you did not seem frazzled
No.
or sabotagey.
Yes.
Yeah. How did you get there?
So what I've been doing lately is
Are you on ADHD medication?
not currently.
Okay.
but I have been taking it occasionally.
Snorting it.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean it is very helpful. Like it's just a stark difference in my attitude and
Yeah.
like mind,
Mhm.
but it's too different. It makes me feel a little like
Unlike yourself.
it makes me feel like a Nazi. I'm like so efficient. You know what I mean? I don't
Well,
like that.
You know, efficiency was a great part of their legacy.
If there's anything we can give the Nazis,
It's German engineering.
yeah, like
It's a BMW, baby.
absolutely. And so
It's a driving machine.
it does feel that's what the part's unnerving about it. So like
Well, okay.
yeah. So I've been I've been meditating or like some version of it. So I'm not actually meditating. I'm not thinking about it that way, but I've been listening to like a megahertz tone.
Oh yeah, you've been saying that.
Yeah, so I've been doing that, and
Mhm.
I did that before the big show in New York,
That's right.
and that also helped. So I've been doing it before this,
Oh,
and I was just kind of
interesting.
like something about it, the white noise
Uh-huh.
removes.
It like cancels out
Yes.
certain frequencies in your head.
Yes.
So you're not in your head.
Yes.
And in your body.
Yes.
Present.
Yes.
Great. Do you want to share what megahertz it is? Or are you gatekeeping these tonal frequencies?
No, it was I couldn't remember what I listened to with the one in New York, but there I have it saved. There's like a CIA operative that describes that CIA,
Of course.
like the megahertz that's most effective for like focus and stuff.
Okay.
But if you just look up on Spotify like MZH or something like that,
Uh-huh.
megahertz for like vibrational stuff,
Mhm.
there's a whole slew.
But
of
there's
them.
like different numbers.
Yes. And so
Yeah.
what I did was like positivity, like manifesting your best version, highest vibrational state, like those kind of things about just like elevating myself, not relaxing but elevating. So I would just like kind of work through those tones kind of consistently. And I did it for like 4 hours before the show.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What do? You just sit there?
No, I wasn't. I was working. I was doing all this stuff.
but
I
it's
was
in the background. Oh, interesting.
So I wasn't
Wow.
actually meditating, right? But
Yeah.
it was preventing
But
me
you
from focusing on it.
from spiraling.
Spiraling.
Oh, interesting.
So like
you found a hack.
yes.
Okay.
Because I am unable to meditate.
You don't do well in silence.
I
And that's all I need. That's all I'm looking for.
But you know what I mean? Like I can't. You meditate.
I like to.
How
I
long can you do it for?
I don't do it. I don't like try to like fucking edge myself with meditation. Like I'm not going for marathons.
Yeah.
I try to. It's kind of like how I work out. I try to make it a daily thing I do. So it's like an intentional sit down at probably at least 5 minutes.
Okay.
At the least to like 22 if I can. Like half hour would be great. That's
A
lot.
half
That's
hour
a
of
lot.
meditation?
That's a lot. I rarely get there.
Yeah.
But like I'm doing 5s every day.
So what's the meditation for you? You're doing
Breathing.
breathing.
So, this thing called cyclical sighing.
Okay.
I talked about this,
Yeah.
right? It's breathing in through your nose all the way
Uh-huh.
till you can't breathe anymore,
Yeah.
and then sighing, deep
Ah.
sigh,
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And it's just constantly doing that rhythm.
Okay.
Just gets me into it's a similar thing where I'm like not in my head and
Yeah.
I'm not concentrating on the thoughts, the invasive thoughts, or
Yes.
whatever, the things that like keep recurring or whatever.
And honestly, there are parts of it that are like entirely valid anxieties. You know,
Sure.
there are things about it where we.
But it's
should be a
getting
little
taken
more-
under tow is the issue.
Yes.
For both of us,
Yeah.
right? So like that's what we're trying to manage.
Mhm.
It's like not to not have anxiety, but not to be crippled by the spiral of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, other friends take Xanax and dead in it, but like I don't know if I can like walk around like that.
I can't
I
do
know
it.
I can't.
I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, deadened?
I'd be like, yeah,
No. I would actually feel unsafe.
no, truly.
That's like belly to the wild. That's
Yeah.
exposed. That's
Yes.
feels so vulnerable to be
that's
so
1
relaxed.
foot over the ledge.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like I can't.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to
You
either.
gotta stay alert. You gotta,
Yeah, I want to be like hyper. I mean, I'm a little too hyper.
I'm vigilant.
alert. Vigilant, yeah. It's trauma. We have the same trauma, and we're both like trying to work through it.
I mean, yeah. So that was helpful, and so that's what I mean. Like
That's great.
that. I like people were like, "How did it go?" And I was like, I did the best that I could do,
Yeah.
and there's plenty of stuff that I could have nitpicked about, but I'm not going to.
Same. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy?
It
That
is
not
it's
nitpicking?
not to nitpick, and know that I'm choosing not to.
Yes.
Because there's plenty of stuff that I could spiral about. Like I was
Yes.
kind of like, I got off stage, felt tingly, felt like in the pocket, but then like the second it went away, I was like, oh, I didn't do this, this, and this.
Uh-huh.
And then I sat myself and I was like, this is already better than you usually do.
Yeah.
I am usually I'm a cookie. I crumble. And so the fact that I stayed like solid,
Yeah.
I think is enough. And I just keep doing it. I keep doing it because, hopefully there are more high stakes
Yeah.
and higher stake shows.
Yeah.
And if I want to keep getting called up to bat,
Yeah. You got to deliver.
I got to deliver.
Yeah.
I gotta.
You don't have to knock it out of the park, but you got to get on base.
I gotta make contact.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Yes.
I gotta.
A bunt.
Something.
Uh-huh.
And because I'm not a home run hitter, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's more that like I want to make consistent contact. I want to be the kind of ball player I know that I can be. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of sports,